Let us now understand what are hooks. From past few lectures, we have seen Redux, we have understood React Redux pattern, we have seen what are actions, how to create action creator, what are reducers, what is store, and what is connect function. We have seen all this concept. Now it's time to understand what is hook. Once we understand what is hook, easily we can use these hooks in React Redux pattern. So first, hooks were introduced in 2019, which will basically give functional component the ability to use local component state and also execute side effects and more. So hooks will be giving lot of advantages and they are having more functionality. And hooks were added in React version 16.8. Before this version and before 2019, hooks were not introduced. But after this, React has completely changed and using this hook, we can perform lot of functionality. So now, what are hooks? Using this hook, functional components have access to state and other React features, and we can also perform side effect inside these hooks. And these hooks allow us to hook into React features such as state and lifecycle methods. And I believe you are already aware of hooks and you have already used hooks in React. But remember, we are having three rules whenever we are using hooks. First, hooks can only be called inside React function components. Although hooks generally replace class component, but there are no plans to remove class components from React. But using this hook, we can directly access the state of our local component. Hooks can only be called at top level of function component. So inside JSX, I cannot pass the hook. Above this function component, I cannot write the logic of hook. It has to be called at the top level of function component. And finally, hooks cannot be conditional, which means conditionally I cannot display the hooks. Inside if else statement, I cannot write the logic. Inside for loop, while loop, do while loop, I cannot write the logic. It has to be called at the top level of function component and conditionally we cannot render these hooks. And the advantage of using this hooks API inside the Redux is we can easily subscribe to a Redux store and dispatch actions without having to wrap the component and connect function, which means we don't have to use map state to props and map dispatch to props. Instead of doing this, we have access to hooks. Using that hook, whatever operation we have performed using map state to prop and map dispatch to prop, easily we can perform using hooks.